Hello, dear friends. I guess we can start now. Welcome everyone who joined our today's meeting and all of those people who will be watching this meeting recorded. Our today's meeting is being broadcast into 6 languages. Well, since we've just started recording, let me start again. Welcome everyone who are watching this meeting live and those who will be watching the recording of it. We're being broadcast into 6 different languages because after all, the Academy is an international project. We are present in dozens of countries, and I would like to have the links in the chat, the links to our broadcasts in Facebook and YouTube, and we are going to post the recording of our meeting on the YouTube channel of the Academy of a Private Investor, in your closed Telegram groups and other media. So you will be able to find the recording of our meeting in all our possible channels and groups. This is the second session that we're holding. 2 days ago, I've been delivering, let's say, a lecture on the back office, giving an overview of the back office and the introduction to the Academy of a Private Investor. Today, we have the continuation. And today's topic is certification or qualification in the API and annual confirmation of your qualification. I will tell you why this process was set up and so on. And I guess we can start. It will take us around 30 minutes to cover everything. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tatiana Zhuravleva. I'm the CEO of the Academy of a Private Investor. And I hope that for many of you, I'm not a novelty. We've known each other for quite some time. And if we have first timers at our webinar, please give me a 1 in the chat. Usually we have quite a lot of people who are listening the information about the Academy for the first time. And for you, I will give you a brief overview of what we had during the previous session on our training system. And now I would like to ask everyone the moderator to go to the next slide, please. So let me remind one thing. Let me give you a disclaimer that any information presented by the Academy of a Private Investor does not constitute investment, financial, legal, or any other advice. We are ready to share information, tell you about the laws, regulations on finance and investments. We are ready to share information about different investment vehicles and instruments and similar things, but all the actions and decisions that you take are solely your responsibility, solely your competence. So please be careful when you take any investment-related decision, weigh all your risks, and this is why we've set up the Academy for you to learn from us and for us to teach you how to weigh the risks, analyze the risks, and only then make an informed investment decision. So let's take a look at the program of today's meeting, what we're going to talk about. Well, first of all, for those who are here for the first time, I will reiterate what the Academy of a Private Investor is, what kind of training formats we have. Well, I'll tell you about the training process, what kind of programs we have, how you can get access to our main APIs programs, what kind of terms and rules for the primary attestation or qualifications are, why we introduced the annual requalification, and what kind of deadlines are there. And also we will tell you how to correctly plan and prepare for your requalification in the Academy. Let's go to the next slide and start our today's session. Let me remind you that the Academy of a Private Investor was established in 2011, and this year in October, we celebrated our 11th anniversary. And by the way, congratulations and thank you for being with us all those years. Thank you for your support. I will tell you briefly about our results and history of success, because we are quite a dynamically developing country. Over 11 years, we have now 1.7 million listeners. 455,000 of our participants received 4,500 of our listeners received proper certification, and over all those years we've been polishing our training system, and it is training system of smooth, gradual submersion into all the rules and aspects of the investment and financial markets. And every year we do our best to update our programs. We are introducing new training formats for you to be able to take it easy and dive deep into your studies. And we have 4 different formats. By the way, you can also rewatch our previous session, the recording of it. But I wanted also to remind you that we've set up our own training platform that you can find in the NEEW back office. And right now, I would like the moderators to share the links to our NEEW back offices in the window, in the chat boxes of the Zoom. And if you have your logins and passwords for the old back offices or people registered in our ecosystem NEEW, you can still use your logins and passwords to get to the NEEW back office as well. And those of you who are here for the first time, you will have to register first, and only then you will be able to claim your logins and passwords to your email. And you also will be able to register with our projects with the same login and password. You will get access to other projects within our ecosystem. Also, we relocated our academy to a new jurisdiction, to the United States, the state of Delaware, with the executive director being Devin Howard. And all those who attended or used the platform called Get Course last year, all your materials, all your certificates, performance results have been moved to the NEEW back office as well. You can go there and you'll find all your certificates, their validity periods, everything is there. So if something is not clear about the NEEW back office, please take a look at the recording of our previous technical webinar and it will become clear. And now let's see what kind of learning formats we have in the academy currently. So the first format is the recorded video courses. I guess this is the least expensive, the light training format intended for those who want to take training on their own terms and try to fit it within their own schedule. So you purchase access to the recorded video courses, you take it, you take the test, and then you get your certificate. It's for those who are ready to self-educate. Also, we have live webinars. They're not very often conducted, but they are still present. And very soon we are going to launch our new training programs with live webinars. They are quite in demand. They are quite popular. And our live webinars, of course, require some planning from you, and you need to double check against your own schedule because the lessons are set at an exact time, exact date, and then there is an exact date for you to take your tests and then eventually receive your certificates. So why this format is interesting? Because live webinars allow participants to talk directly to our speakers, mentors, our experts, and you can ask your questions. We are always ready to answer those questions. And this is what makes the live webinar different from the recorded video courses, because when you watch a recorded video courses, there is no actual interaction. You just watch what happened with the participation of other students, not you. Also, we have a game-based or gamified training format in the form of the game Genius of Finance. I am sure that many of you already are familiar with this format, and this game has been upgraded twice. First, it was a training that could be held only with the participation of a qualified host, and now we have a new tabletop version of this board game, and you can purchase the box, become your own host, and if you want to be really good at it, at hosting, you can take the qualified host training. You will know how to not only teach people how to play, but also give them that extra added value. Also, we have offsite field conferences that we conduct despite the pandemic that we had in 2020. We still found an opportunity to have our offsite conferences. Last year, we had 2 such conferences in Dubai, and we invited our students to those conferences. We had qualification, and that's where you can meet all of our specialists in person, ask all of your questions, participate in our business games. Also, we have conducted several times the tournaments. If I'm not mistaken, we had 3 Genius of Finance tournaments. It's a international tournament with different languages. The game is translated into 12 languages, by the way. And last time in Dubai, we had 10 parallel tables with the Genius Finance being played in 10 different languages. And we received very good feedback from the participants. So those are the 4 training formats that we have in our academy. And let's take a look at how the process itself happens or takes place. So when you get access to our video lessons, the first thing that you get is your homepage. You can read the welcoming word from our team, and then you can download the workbooks and the presentations for you to take your training in an easy, comfortable way. And also, we developed interactive workbooks for you. When you download them to your computer, you don't have to actually print them out. You can work directly in the file, make notes. You can put down your thoughts. And after that, you get a chance also to use the simulator. So you watch the lesson. After that, you go to the next lesson, and you can use the simulator. It's a training tool that you can take, like a test that you can take several times until you fully master the curriculum, the material. Of course, you can skip the test part, but I suggest you don't, because this is something that gives you a very good opportunity to get trained, prepared for the qualification. Also, we give you homework, home assignments, and those are the materials, checklists, tables, spreadsheets, tutorials, instructions. All of it is given in your back office. And when you do the entire set of your home assignments, I'm sure it will be enough for you to take your test successfully and get your qualification. By the way, primary qualification allows you to receive a certificate valid for 365 days. And that certificate will give you, as a graduate of the academy, the opportunity to enjoy privileges and benefits within our ecosystem from different projects. And also this certificate will allow you to get your hands on all the information about the investment markets, different segments of it, and then make your informed decisions about certain investment instruments or vehicles. So now let's talk about the API programs, the programs of the Academy of the Private Investor that we have right now. I already told you that every year we try to upgrade, improve the way our materials are delivered to you, our knowledge is shared. And last year we launched a global multi-level large-scale program that gradually submerges you into the world of the huge world of the investment market. And as soon as you register on our platform, the first thing that you get absolutely for free, the 8 rules of a private investor. So this is the original course by Andrey Khovratov, who is our founder and the mastermind behind the idea of the Academy of a Private Investor. And after finishing or completing the course called the 8 Rules of a Private Investor, you will know the basic rules and principles, the main bullet points that will allow you to understand what private investing is and how to deal with it. So the first step in our curriculum is Profi Investor. It's a basic step called Category 3. It is intended for people who are not yet familiar with the world of investing, but would like very much to get familiar. And it also includes 2 main modules, training modules. Just give me a second, please. 2 main modules, which is the basics of private investing, the basics of investing in general. You will learn the ropes, you will learn the rules and commandments that are also included in our first free course. And also you will learn about compound interest, how to calculate capitalization. There will be practical webinars there as well. And after that, you will be able to move on to the next module, again, included in the first basic course, which is the first steps in private investing. And that's where we're going to talk about the levels of investors, what kind of investment strategies exist, how to choose them. And there is quite a lot of different material for you to have a complete overview of the entire spectrum of finance and investing. And after taking this course, you get a certificate. This is a Category 3 certificate, and that's where the basic level ends. Also, you can choose another program, a more advanced program, extended program, which is the middle level. It's Profi Investor Category 2. The Category 2 includes the basic level, plus additionally, it offers you 2 more modules. We're talking about stock markets and portfolio management, or your own equity management. Here, we learn about goal setting, we learn about family budget and personal financial plan. We look into investment vehicles and instruments. We make an overview practically of the entire market. We have put together 20 investment market segments. That's where you learn about brokerage, bot systems, trading terminals, how to work with them, portfolio-based investing, what it is. You learn the basics of stock trading. All of it is put together in the block called Stock Markets and Portfolio Management. The next module that is included in the middle level is Global State Corporate Finances, Centralized, Decentralized Politics, and Economy. So here you will learn about foreign currency, crypto industry, foreign currency markets, cryptocurrency exchanges, and blockchain technologies. At the end of this second module, middle level, you get a certificate of Profi Investor Category 2 and all the privileges that the graduate of this program can enjoy. The third program is the superior level. It's Profi Investor Category 1. It's an integrated program that includes the 2 previous programs, plus additionally, you start to dive deeper into the Forex market, which goes as a separate module, cryptocurrency market, the blockchain technologies, a more in-depth overview of it, plus the venture capital market and business equity participation modules are included here. And at the end, we give you a module on the global investment portfolio, You will learn how to balance your portfolio, rebalance your portfolio. You will know how to create your portfolio correctly based on different strategies. And at the end of this course, you get a certificate, Profi Investor Category 1. I guess this is the most interesting, and the next program is most interesting and more target oriented, which is Invest Consultant. And that program includes all previous 3 levels plus its own level. And I said it was target oriented because it helps you become a proper invest consultant who is ready to share or broadcast their philosophy to people around them, who are ready to work with people they know, their workmates, friends, etc. And what is invest consultant? It's a professional expert who is ready to analyze investment decisions, ready to offer those decisions to their clients, develop a strategy for their clients. And this course is intended for those who are ready to launch their own consulting business, become an investment consultant, and work with people at large by providing them all the knowledge necessary to become a proper private investor and help them preserve and multiply their capital. Also, we have a course called Genius of Finance Host or Game Master. It's for those who would like to conduct trainings on their own and who would like to deliver knowledge through games, by playing. And this is a tool that shows you the entire spectrum of investment market and business in general. I guess this is briefly what I wanted to repeat from the previous webinar. More detailed information can be watched or rewatched when you watch the recording of our previous session. And now let's talk about the main part of our today's topic. And now let's go to the next slide.
And the first thing I'd like to tell you is the following, that at present, there are a lot of those who bought the programs I mentioned, but they didn't complete their training, their qualification, and we feel really sad as we want to encourage, to motivate you, to incentivize so that you don't waste money on buying a program and then give it up. We want it to be useful for you and to get your results. And for this reason, starting from this year, there will be recommended timeframes of primary qualification. What does it mean? Any program you buy is provided to you, access is provided permanently. You will always enjoy access to a course or a program. In addition to that, there are different promotions, gifts, bonuses, discounts are provided. You may have different levels of our trainings as a gift. And we did it last year, by the way. Last year, we presented gifts to those who took part in EVASAN program, and many of you in the API back office have access to the second category of the training course of Profi Investor. Go there and find your access, take these courses, pass the exams, and you will get your certificates. What are we recommending? Although the materials will be in access permanently, but the time to sit your exam or test for qualification will be limited. Basic course, you have only 3 months, 90 days to pass your test. If you buy an intermediate program or middle program, as I call it, you will have 180 days, because here you need firstly to study basic course, then the middle course, and for each course there is 1 quarter provided to study. So these are recommended timeframes. You may not meet them, but nonetheless, this opportunity to take your test for free is within this time frame. If you buy Profit Investor of an upper category, you will get 270 days for you to qualify after studying all the 3 levels. And the most advanced or broadest program running for 1 year, there will be 5 tests, and in the end, you get a certificate of the Invest Consultant with all the impacts and effects and the set of privileges we will discuss a bit later. But you know, in practice, the time is quite lengthy. The period is quite lengthy that is provided. But our experience suggests, and the statistics show, that this timing is enough. And in the chat boxes, those with the certificates, you may write down how much time, how long did it take you? Because I know that there are attendees that within 3 months took all the courses, all the levels, and passed successfully all the tests. We have such results. They are well-organized people, and they work quite hard, study quite hard, and they get their results. So next slide, please. And another new change this year, apologies, can you hear me well? So some other changes and modifications. You may qualify without completing our courses. As we received a lot of letters, many attendees ask us not to buy courses as they have some basic knowledge learned in other schools, and now you can get this possibility. You can go through qualification without buying courses. There will be tests available for any category, and you will have unlimited attempts to pass the test, but the access is provided for 30 days. So to pass the test successfully, you should answer correctly at least 80% of the questions of the test, and you have only 30 days. And the certificate is valid within 365 days. In case within 30 days you fail to pass a test, then you may buy our courses, go through all our materials, programs, answer all the questions in the test, and then look and retry your test and get the result required. And by the way, the materials, the access to the materials of our course is provided forever. So this was done upon your many requests. So now you may confirm your qualification simply by passing a test. Next slide. Some other modifications. For all our graduates, before we had a system of privileges related to different projects under new ecosystem. And this year, we are developing a new platform where all the proposals will be consolidated and brought together, and all those graduates with their certificates will get some offers with discounts, promotions, bonuses provided by different projects in our ecosystem. And at the same time, Evorich project will introduce mandatory requirements of an API certificate to advance along your ranks. There will be a separate webinar where you will learn all the details. So the system of grading is your belonging to a specific group. So we will bring you together by the level you have. you have the category 3, 2, and the third, the highest. And here we take the highest result you have and we grade you. And the grade awarded to you will be valid for 365 days. And for each group, by the success of the completion of the course, there will be its set of privileges, discounts, and gifts provided. And depending on your level of professionalism in investment, you will receive specific proposals. This is my introduction about the system of grading, and hopefully by the end of this year it will be launched successfully. But until it is not in practice, in operation, you may get a chance to get a certificate of the Academy of Private Investor. Although today there is the high inflation rate in all the economies, we are at the peak inflation rates, but the Academy of Private Investor retained all the prices as last year, and we don't plan to increase the prices by the end, until the end of this year. And if you decide that you will take these programs one by one, then the upgrade from one course to another will cost you a difference between one program and the other. This system is also maintained because we understand that this is highly relevant and all the prices have been maintained as they are. Next slide. And let's discuss why we are introducing this annual qualification. In addition to primary qualification tests, every year you are to confirm your qualification. Why? Look, 1 year passed after the launch of this program, and there were so many changes in the world. In all the countries, under the legislation, under the investment in the investment market regulation, some new trends come up, some strategies that last year were effective, whereas this year they are not. So there are changes to the instruments, some new technologies are being introduced. And these continuous changes on the markets, speedy changes on the market, and every invest consultant and prof investor should keep track of the trends on the market. You may not learn something once and be pleased with this. You should upgrade your skills, your qualification. You should catch up with the latest trends. And this is the reason why we introduce a system of confirmation of your qualification, or requalification as we call it, so that we understand and you understand that you know the relevant information. Every year, the questions in the test will change, but the number of questions will not change. So the number of questions we have for each category will be retained. They will be updated so that we understand that you understand the market, you understand the latest trends on the market. And this is the reason why we are introducing this annual requalification system. I believe this is well known to everyone. Now, let's look at the conditions of this requalification. So, first of all, I'd like to tell you that it is not compulsory. You may not requalify. You may pass your tests one and get your qualification, which will be valid for 365 days. After that, the system automatically will downgrade your level and will extend it for another year. To say you enjoy a level of prof investor of category 1. Then 1 year after, you will be downgraded to the middle level, and this middle level will be valid for another year. After 1 year passes, the system will downgrade you once again, and you will become a prof investor of the basic category of the third category. And this level will be valid for 1 year. After that, 1 year after, the certificate will disappear. You will not be a prof investor anymore. So, and to restart it, you will need to refresh your skills, your knowledge, to understand all those changes and developments on the investment market and to get your qualification. So please note that this annual requalification is not compulsory. You may not take your tests, but then your qualification will be downgraded. Hopefully this is clear. And these are those terms and conditions that will be mandatory. So another slide about timing. You know that discipline is one of the rules to follow discipline. And here we have to plan in advance when the timing of our certificate, the validity of our certificate, of our grade expires. And we should plan the retaking of our exam in advance. And what are we offering? If you actually take a test on time, it will cost only 10% of the main course price. And you know, the price of the course is quite low, although moreover, we are not increasing prices this year. So your requalification will cost 10% of the main course price. If due to any reason you fail to pass a test on time to requalify, for instance, you wanted but you failed, or any other reason, after the downgrade of your level, after the system automatically downgrades you, you have 30 days, full days, to sit a test and to upgrade your qualification. And then the price will be 20% of the price of the main course. If you fail to meet this time, then it will cost 50% of the main course. And I believe that you are not interested in such a situation, and you will do your best. If you want to preserve your qualification, you will pass your tests on time. The system is expected to be launched in November. There could be some delays, but anyway, it will be launched within November. And the first and the second bunch of graduates, so please be cautious. You have quite limited time to confirm your qualification, so please plan it. As soon as the system is active, you will get access to your back offices and you will learn about this additionally. Next slide, please. And now let's have a look what is being offered by the Academy so that you feel easy to plan and prepare for your requalification. And for this, we will launch the annual upgrade course. So for instance, this year, upgrade 2022, next year, upgrade 2023. And what does this course include? We came to an agreement with all our trainers that they would run some mentorship sessions, and each of them will update you with those changes in the law, in the market regulation, those instruments that are efficient or not, and why, new instruments on the market, how to use them, and etc. So there will be live mentorship sessions that will be included into the upgrade package. And In addition to that, there will be practical exercises, some exercises on registration on the exchange, choosing wallets, setup of the terminals. So everything you may need to understand the level of the program. And for this, we will prepare some extra exercising. And this was in your homeworks, home tasks. And if there were some difficulties, actually, we will upgrade this in the practical sessions. And together with you, we will study all this. And the third part is preparation for testing. We see that according to the statistics, there are some frequently made mistakes when you take your tests. So there is the statistics showing that some specific question is frequently answered incorrectly, and we will help you to deal with the material by referring you to the lesson where this topic is studied in detail so that it is easier. We will prepare additional guidelines for you to take a test, and we'll study the questions. So it will be a format of closed webinars for those who are studying the programs and who choose this upgrade course. And this 3-level program will help you easily to pass a test of the current year with all those changes and modifications happening last year. So I hope that we will do it. It will be a regular exercise, and we will do our best to launch such a program every September so that it is easier and faster for you to keep track of all those changes on the investment and financial markets. I believe this is the whole bunch of information I wanted to share today. Let's wrap it up, the next slide, and let's finish our meeting with the quote by Andrey Khovratov.
So Andrey Khovratov is the author and the mastermind behind our training program and the platform. And the Academy was created to help people become a financial and investment-driven person. We're talking about a level of development of a person. And with every step, with every level, we suggest you change your mentality. You become financially educated. And this will help you become successful. The higher your level of development, the faster and easier you become successful and prosperous. And I would like to call it a day, and thank you for your attention. We will have more open webinars on different topics, so keep track of our schedule, visit more frequently our back office, and I will ask the technical support to share the link to our back office once again. And let me remind you that you will be able to watch the recording of this webinar on YouTube, Facebook, and Telegram chats. We will post a link there, and see you again. And we will gladly answer all of your questions there, ask your questions in the chats, and we will figure out this new system together. See you later, and bye-bye. And take care. Thank you for your participation.